Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Board Masters with me, Chris Mullins, and tonight we are heading back once again to the realm of Middle-earth and the Lord of the Rings, the living card game, to re-attempt Conflict at the Carrock after my humiliating destruction last week. And this will be my first attempt at deck building, and I've been through a bunch of plays and different builds to get to this point where I think I might stand a chance. I tried Bjorn's Path leadership and lore deck, but found whilst that may work solo, it didn't balance at all two-handed, because I found that the leadership and lore deck was able to churn resources really well, but didn't have the cards to spend it on. And then the Spirit Tactics deck was just sort of struggling along. So I've mixed it up. I've gone with Spirit and leadership and tactics and lore. And hopefully all their complementing abilities will make it clear why throughout this playthrough. I did read about a sort of hammer and anvil strategy, and I've adopted that in a way in that the lore and tactics are going to be my hammer, where they take and deal the damage, and my spirit and leadership will be my anvil, where they're supporting and managing threat and questing and things. But with that being said, let's dive straight in. So 1A Grimbjorn's Quest. While searching for Gollum in the Anduin Valley, you receive word that a group of trolls have come to the Carrock. Add the Carrock to the staging area. Remove 4 unique troll cards and 4 unique troll cards and 4 copies of the sacked card from the encounter deck, and set them aside out of play. Then shuffle 1 sacked card per player back into the encounter deck. That's all been done already. There are the spare sacked ones there. And then 1B, as this area is under the watch of the Bjornings, you seek out their leader, Grimbjorn the Old, and discover he is already set out in a rage. You follow, hoping to find him before he confronts the trolls. And after playing the 7th progress token on Grimbjorn's quest, the Carrock becomes the active location. Discard the previous location from play. Okay, and we learned last week that basically this is a very different scenario to what we played in the past, in that it's a lot slower. You have to manage the threat, so you need to quest successfully without gaining too many progress tokens on the actual quest until you've built up a sufficient army to be able to face those 4 hideously fearsome trolls when they come into play. And with that all being said, let's dive in. I've drawn the opening hands. I didn't quite get the cards that I was hoping for, but I should still be able to work with them. And you may notice I've sort of spread out a bit this week, because I know this particular scenario takes up an awful lot of real estate, so I am going to need the space. Okay, I'm going to play Campfire Tales for my leadership token, which enables both hands to draw a card. Handy. And then I think do I want to keep a Favour of the Lady? I don't think I'm going to play that on Eowyn now, because she is my questing machine. And that'll be my turn over there. On this side, I'm going to get Hennemarth Riversong into play for lore, because his ability to peek at the encounter deck is going to be handy going forward. And I'm going to play the Dwarven Axe on Gimli, which gives him +2 damage and just starts powering him up, because Denethor is going to be my primary defender on this, whereas Gimli and Legolas are going to be doing the damage. And then we're into questing. So we've got 2 up there from the Carrock. So I have Eowyn with her 5. And let's exhaust Riversong to have a look at the top one. So we've got a Goblin Sniper, which is going to contribute 2. So I think I'll put Aragon in just to make it 7. Because again, I don't need to worry about him not being able to defend as such, because he shouldn't have to do too much of that. So then we get the Goblin Sniper and the Oakwood Grove. So that has a threat of 6 against my, or dread of 6 against my willpower of 7. So that's a 1 progress location, 1 progress token, which is good. And then going to travel to the Grove. And then because the sniper is alone, I can optionally engage him over here. And I will be defending with Denethor. Shadow effect is nothing. And that's 2 damage against 3 defense, which doesn't do anything. And then Legolas is going to kill him, which is then going to clear that location straight away. And that is the end of the first round. And that's a pretty successful one. Again, it's a very slow build on this particular scenario. Winged Guardian. Okay, I think I'm going to bring in a Gondorian Spearman, because again, I just need to build up my army, and he's going to be a very good blocker against the trolls. On this side, I'm going to play a Dunedain Mark, which attaches to a hero and gives them +1 attack, and I'm going to put that on Legolas. And then I think I'll do another Favour of the Lady and get that one on Eowyn as well. So she's now questing for 6 willpower, which again just gives me a bit more flexibility when it comes to the questing. So she is now going to quest for 6. I'll exhaust Henamath so I can have a look at that, and that's Banks of the Anduin, which is going to contribute 1. So I'm going to stick with just Eowyn 6. So we've got 1 from the Banks of the Anduin, and then another 2 for the Goblin Sniper. So again, this is a very nice setup. So that is 5 against my 6. So we've got a quest successfully, so our threat doesn't shoot up for when we do tackle the trolls. We want our threat to be below 34 at that point. We'll travel to Banks of the Anduin and again engage the sniper. Again, Denethor will defend. No shadow effect, so no damage. And then Legolas is going to kill him and put 2 progress tokens on the Banks of the Anduin. And that is another turn. Okay. That's a good one. So straight away on this one, I'm going to use my leadership token to attach a Dunedain Warning as opposed to a Mark. This one gives +1 defense to an attached hero, which I'll attach to Denethor. So he's now got 4 defense, and I want to get him up because those trolls could potentially do 6 or 7 damage per attack. So I need to get him in a position where he can basically withstand that. And then I will be saving my spirit tokens this time. And that's perfect. So lore card for 2 resources. We've got a Burning Brand, which you attach to a lore character. And while the attached character is defending, cancel any shadow effects. So now Denethor cannot be surprised by any damaging shadow effects. And I think I'll save my tactics. So let's go with Eowyn to quest for 6, exhaust Hemmermath. You've got River Langflower, which is going to contribute 2. I think I'll go with that. So 6, and we know we've got the river for 4, and then Grimborn the Old. And he is the ally we can potentially recruit by piling leadership tokens on him, and he then doesn't exhaust to defend against the trolls. So again, that is a successful quest. So 6 against 4. So we put 1 on there and clear the banks of the Anduin, which we know go back up there. And we'll travel to the river because we want to keep those out the staging area because they boost up trolls or they get more dread for trolls if they do. Okay, we're starting to build things up. You could definitely use some Galadrin's Greetings or Gandalf's to lower the threat a bit. But I've got a Miner of the Iron Hills, which I'm going to be keeping in hand for if and when a sacked card comes out, because that is the card that can cancel it, not Eleanor's ability, which I did incorrectly off camera the other day. So let's place another Dundane mark on Legolas, and he now has a damage of 5. And whilst it's not as good as a Northern Tracker, I'll play a Lorien Guide, which will help me churn through these active locations. So questing is going to be Eowyn and the Lorien Guide. So it's going to be 7 against 2, 7 against 3, because we knew the banks of the Anduin was coming out, and 7 against 6. So again, 1 progress token on there. And I think this is starting to highlight, I mean, Northern Tracker is a card I love at the best of times, but in this scenario, they seem particularly valuable because it's not a particularly heavy enemy deck in terms of the encounter deck. So the ability to just churn through locations is really, really valuable. Okay, there's not much I want to play there. I'm going to save on to those. And again, similar over here. I mean, I suppose I can get a Winged Guardian involved just in case. And let's get on with questing. So we've got 6, we've got 7, which is going to clear the river. So we've got 7, we have got 6 there. Let's exhaust Hammermouth to look at the top one. Gladden Field, so that's going to be another 3. That's going to be 9 at least. So Aragon can go for 9. I might go with Legolas just for 10. No, Gimli will make it 11. So then we get Gladden Fields, which makes it 9 in the staging area, so 11 against 9. And then a Frightened Beast. Each player raises his threat by the total dread of all cards in the staging area. Any player may choose to discard from play 1 creature ally he controls to cancel this card. So I could discard the Winged Guardian, but I'm just going to exhaust Eleanor and get rid of that because that is a horrible, horrible, horrible card. So we ended up with 9 against 11, so I'm going to get 2 progress tokens. So I'm up to 5 on there, so I'm getting close, but I think I'm going to travel to Gladden Fields, because although I hate their ability of increasing my threat by an extra 1 at the end of the round, that 3 dread is something I need to get rid of. Okay, so I could really do with starting to get some of the cards that would really benefit me here. Okay, I think I'm going to play the Rivendell Minstrel, which is a lore card for 3, and their ability is I'm able to search my deck for a song card and add it to my hand. And that will give me the Song of Kings, which I can attach to any hero, and then that hero gains the leadership sphere. And then I'll be attaching that to Eleanor, probably, just to keep things. I could do it on Eowyn, but I figure she's already got 2 attached, so it could get a bit untidy. So I'll attach it to Eleanor. So Eleanor is now spirit and leadership, so they can start affording the better leadership cards as well as contributing to Grim Beyond the Old. And that's going to be that, because I'm getting a hand that is very spirit card focused. Okay. So I think I'm going to play a Snowborn Scout to put a progress token on Gladden Fields, and then play another Lorien Guide and just try and churn through those active locations. So again, those 2 are going to quest, which is going to clear that. And Eowyn, so that's going to be 6, 7, 8. We have got 6 there. And exhaust Hammermouth for this. So it's a Wolf Rider, which is going to be Surge. So that's going to be 3, 4, 6 against 8, 7 against 8 plus Surge. Let's commit Aragon. So it's going to be 10. Okay, let's go with that. So Wolf Rider and then Surge, and then a Muck Adder, which is 1, and an Oakwood Grave, which is 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, and then 6, 7, 8, 10. Perfect. And traveling. This time I'm going to travel to Oakwood Grave, because that has got the ability that while Oakwood Grave is the active location, resource tokens from any sphere may be spent as leadership resource tokens. And I've got 8 resource tokens now, so I'm going to do all 8 of those as leadership tokens to recruit Grim Beyond the Old to the first player. So he is going to join as an ally on the hammer side, which is exactly where I want him. And then we need to do engagement. Okay, so the Muck Adder I'm going to engage over here. No, I'm not. I'm going to optionally engage it. Yeah, I am actually. I'm going to engage it there and let the Wolf Rider engage this side. As ever, Denethor to do the defending. So he gets 2 shadow effect cards. None. Remove 1 progress token from the current quest. I don't mind that at all. But it's still going to do no damage. And then defending against the Muck Adder is going to be the Snowborn Scout, because that's all he's good for. And no shadow effects, that's going to kill him. Then the Wolf Rider is going to get killed by Gimli. And then Legolas with his 5 attack and his ranged ability is going to kill the Muck Adder, which is then going to clear the Oakwood Grave. That's another turn ticked off. Okay, so all that we're really missing now is the threat management cards. Okay, no, I'm just going to hold on to those again. Protector of Lorien. Nope, don't think I want to use that either. Let's save those. Right, straight back to questing. So we've got 6 up there, so Eowyn, exhaust Hennemarth, so we know we've got an Oakwood Grave coming, which is 2. So we know we've got 8, minimum of 8. So let's put Aragon again and go with 10. So we've got the Grove, so 10 against 8. And a Muck Adder, 10 against 9. So get that location back. Oh, hang on. When I cleared Gladden Fields, I should have put it separate in my victory points pile, so that if and when I do reshuffle these, I don't get it again. And with that being said, let's go back to Gladden Fields again and engage the adder optionally with this side. Denethor to defend. Shadow effect doesn't matter because Denethor is immune to them, so no damage. And then Legolas is just going to kill the adder and put 2 progress locations on progress token. I keep calling them progress locations, but they are of course progress tokens. Now we're in the worrying realm of threat of over 34. But I do know between Gandalf and Galadrin's Greetings that I've got plenty of ways to bring that back down. I just need to find those cards. And at the moment, they're not coming up for either deck. So again, I'll play another Winged Guardian. Over this side, I will play the Campfire Tales, so both teams draw an extra card. And again, that's going to be that. So questing, both guides. Just going to clear Gladden Fields. And Eowyn, so that's going to be 8. We got 5 there at the moment. Exhaust Henmarth. Got the East Blight, which is 1, so I think I'm going to leave that as 8. So 8 against 5. The East Bite, so 8 against 6. Warg, 8 against 8. And travelling, we have to travel to the East Bite whenever that is available. And then we'll engage the Warg as ever with my hammer side. And this, I might actually have something to use here because the Warg was an absolute pain in the video that I recorded and couldn't upload because I made the big mistake. The Warg was hanging around for probably about half an hour. It just kept getting shadow effect cards that didn't do anything. And it was a nightmare. So I think I'm going to spend 1 tactics resource to play Quick Strike. So exhaust the character you control to immediately declare it as an attacker. And I will be doing that with Legolas. So he's going to kill that Warg straight away. And add 2 progress tokens to the East Bite. And that is another round ticked off. We are not getting the cards we want. Okay. So I'll play Faramir using the combined tokens of Eleanor and Aragon. And that will just give me a bit more of a questing boost. And we now have the Citadel Plate, which I can't afford at the moment. But I can afford the Daughter of Nimrodel, so I can exhaust her to heal 2 damage on any hero. And again, that's another round. So questing, both guides. I'm just going to put another 2 tokens here. Eowyn, so that is now 8. We've got 3, 5 there. Exhaust Henmarth to see the next one is going to be a Hill Troll. So I might use Denethor now to exhaust Denethor to look at the top card. You may move that card to the bottom of the deck. So, or do I want to do that? I might... Because I can probably take it. No, Denethor's got 4 defense, so he'll be... Then I can heal him. Yeah, I'm going to let the hill troll come out. So he contributes 1. So 2, 4, 6. We've got 8, so let's just go with that. Actually, no, I'll go Aragon. No, Faramir to add 3. Because I want to clear the East Bite. So 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay. Do I want to quest with Faramir? So it's going to be 6. I've already got 8 there. 2 of the Glenenfield. I mean, Faramir's ability doesn't say that it has to be done at the beginning of the quest phase, so I'm assuming I can exhaust him once I draw the cards. So let's see what we go. So we know we're getting the hill troll, obviously, and then, oh god, another hill troll. Okay, that's not ideal. Wish I'd got rid of one of them now. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 against my 8. And I might just discard a card to get Eowyn another 1. Yeah, I can discard a Song of Kings. I don't need that. Which will give me 9 against 7, which will at least clear the East Bite because don't want that choking things up. And then we can travel to the Oakwood Grove. And then I'm going to optionally engage a hill troll over here. And then one is going to engage here. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 spirit resources to play a light in the dark. So choose an enemy, engage with a player, return that enemy to the staging area. So I'm going to get that one back. And then this side, Denethor to defend. It's immune against shadow effects anyway. So we're going to do 6 damage against 4 defense. So 2 damage, which I'll then exhaust the daughter to heal. And then in terms of attacking, Legolas has got 5, Gimli's got 4, so I'm going to do 9. Minus 3 is 6. Oh, Gondorian Spearman can do 1 damage. And I've got Grimbeorn. I forgot all about Grimbeorn. So 5, 9, 13, 14. So that's the hill troll dead. Fine. And that's going to clear that as well, because Legolas got involved. And it's actually going to put 1 more on the quest because it was only worth 1. I think I'm gonna... Do I want the Citadel plate on Denethor? Working thing. No, I'm gonna put it on Gimli because because of Gimli's ability to get stronger as he takes damage, I want him to get hit and lose a bit of health. This is not getting the cards I want at all. Okay, straight to questing. Eowyn and the 2 guides. It's going to be 8. Got 4 there. Actually, Exhaust Henmarth. I don't know if I do want to quest that much. Next one is going to be a Treachery, which does nothing. So I think I'm just going to engage, just going to go with Eowyn and have her 6 against 4. So Roasted Slowly we get rid of. And then the brown lands. Okay. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 against my 6. So I can exhaust Faramir to add one extra willpower, and then just discard a card. Let's just discard that one. So that's going to make that even. And then I'll travel to the brown lands, which puts progress taken on, clears it, and then engage the hill troll over here. Denethor to defend. Shadow effect is nothing, but doesn't matter. That's going to do 2 damage. Exhaust the Daughter to heal him. And then again, everyone, except probably Legolas. How much damage have I got here? 4, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to do 9. Minus 3 is 6 damage. Because I do not want those progress tokens, because I'll be engaging all 4 trolls at the same time. Which is just a bit too much. But I might not have much choice for much longer. Again, not what I wanted at all. What did I not do? Well, again, let's get another Spearman. And questing. Have a look. So it's going to be 1, so 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to go with the 2 guides. Because then I figure, although it's 2 against 3, I can always add another 2. And I know it's going to be 2 against 4. Let's risk it. I'd rather take a threat than get the trolls in. So that's the bee pastures with 1, which we knew was coming. And then Frightened Beasts, which I will cancel with Eleanor. So I'll exhaust Faramir to give me the extra 2. So that's 4 against 4. Travel to the bee pastures. Defend with Denethor. Shadow effect. It doesn't count because of Denethor, thankfully, because that would have cancelled out his defense and killed him. He takes 2 damage. The Daughter heals it. Everyone gangs up and kills the hill troll. And that clears the bee pastures. Again, it's sort of, maybe it's a sign of this adventure pack that my playthrough of the Hunt for Gollum was basically sitting around waiting for the relevant card to come out. And although on that occasion it was waiting for signs to come out of the encounter deck, and this time I'm waiting for cards to come out that I want to use in my decks. I've got a Northern Tracker, so I may as well use that. But again, it's at the point, because of one of the Troll's abilities, that they have the ability that then whenever any Troll attacks, I get +3 threat. As soon as I engage them, I'm going to lose based on threat. So I need to find these Gandalf and Galadrin's Greetings cards as soon as I possibly can. Questing. Okay, so again, let's have a look at the top one. East Bites, that's going to be 4. So let's do Northern Tracker. And the 2 Lorien Guides, which is going to be 3, and then I can use Faramir to add another 3 if needed. So 3 against 4. 3 against 6. Use Faramir to make it 6 against 6. And I have to travel to the East Bite, which gives me a bit of flexibility on the questing. And then that's another turn done. Didn't want another Faramir. Well, I suppose I may as well play him, because this Faramir's ability is coming in handy, so I may as well make use of it again. Another Rivendell Minstrel, which again I don't really need because I don't need any more songs. Suppose I can just play another Daughter. Actually, no, I'm just going to keep it. Right. Questing. 2 Lorien Guides. Northern Tracker. Then there's 5 there, so let's quest with Eowyn. 6, 7, 8, 9 against 5. And I can quest a bit because I want to clear the bite. Despair, remove 4 progress tokens from the current quest card. I'll take that, because then I don't have to worry about questing so much. Sacked. When revealed, attached to a hero with no sacked cards attached. So I'll attach that to Eleanor. So then we've got 5 against 9. So it's going to clear the bite. And that's another round over. And another step closer to a very, very meek death, because I'm not even able to put up a fight. Okay, so I've got a couple of cards I can use now. So I will play the Miner of the Iron Hills for 2 lore, which means I can choose and discard 1 condition attachment in play. So that gets rid of Sacked and brings Eleanor back into the fold. And then I will use my other 3 lore. I'm glad I didn't put that Daughter in last time. To use Lorien's Wealth and allow my Spirit deck to draw 3 more cards. And then they get 1 card for it being their turn. And again, that's still not helping me. I mean, it feels rude not to put Steward of Gondor in play. It's just, who do I give it to? I'll give it to Eleanor, I think. And I'll use her 2 and then exhaust it to get her 2 back. And then questing. Northern Tracker, which is going to clear the banks of the Anduin. Put that back on top, so we know it's going to be 5. Put put Eowyn, so that's 7 against 5, because we know Bank's going to come out. Yep. So Bank's and then the river. So 2, 4, 6, 7 against 7. And I will travel to this river next time. 1, 2, 3. And I'll exhaust Steward of Gondor. And that is the card I was hoping for, or certainly one of them. So I'll play 3 spirit tokens to play the Galadrin's Greeting, so reduce one player's threat by 6. Drop that to 38. And then I will play Dwarven Tomb for 1, which allows me to return a spirit card from my discard pile to my hand, and then play 3 to do that one again. And I'm going to have to go this side. And then I'll use Celebrian Stone to attach to Aragorn, which gives him +2 willpower, and he also gains a spirit resource. So now Eleanor can do spirit and leadership, and Aragorn can do leadership and spirit. And then we've got Gandalf over here, which is, I kind of wish I'd done the well, anyway, play Gandalf for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then attach Born Aloft to it. So you attach Born Aloft to an ally, and then discard that to return the ally to its owner's hand. And then we're back to questing. So Northern Tracker, which is then going to clear that river. Both guides, we're going to then put that on there, and then I'll probably just save it, because I can use Faramir. Roasted Slowly, which does nothing because I got rid of Sacked. Banks of the Anduin, so that's 4 against 3. And I'll use Faramir to make it 6 against 4, which will clear that river. And then I'll discard Born Aloft to put Gandalf back in my hand. One, 2, 3, because the Spirit of Gondor is exhausted. 1, 2, 3. Oh, another Gandalf. Okay. So I'll put him into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So starting to look pretty rosy for my stronger deck. But not so much the deck that I probably best need it. So I may as well play Wandering Took. And then what I can do is reduce my threat by 3 to give Wandering Took to this side and raise this player's by 3. And then questing, Northern Tracker. One, two, three, four. Let's do the same against 4. Again, 3 against 4. 3 against 6. 3 against 7. And then exhaust Faramir to make it 6 against 7. And the other one to make it 9 against 7, which will give me 2 progress tokens, but that will be okay. Travel to the banks of the Anduin. Option the engage over here. That one can engage there, actually. So Denethor to defend. Shadow effect. -1 defense, but still not going to do any damage. Misty Mountain Goblins, sacked. It's not a troll, so that does nothing. Oh, Aragon was defending, sorry. So 2 attack against 2 defense does nothing. Legolas to then kill the Goblin, which then clears Banks of the Anduin. And all the rest kill the Adder. Gandalf leaves play. Again, that's not what I wanted on this side. So again, I'll just play 1 leadership token to play a scout. Oh, hang on, that Banks of the Anduin should be back on top, shouldn't it? As will that one now. So I know what my questing is going to be. And then on this side, pay 5 to bring Gandalf in to reduce my threat again. And I just drew another Born Aloft, which I will attach to him. And I'll discard it now to bring it back because I'm not going to need it for questing. And I know questing is going to be 4. So I'll just quest with Aragon. Banks of the Anduin, Banks of the Anduin. So that's even. I'll travel to the Banks of the Anduin. And that's another round. And I'll save my tokens on there because I can play Gandalf in a minute. And here we go. Gandalf on this side. That's what we're after. Just a shame we don't have a sneak attack. So let's play Gandalf in play on this side. Reduce. Oh, better pay for him first now. 4, 5. Take that down to 32. Oh, okay. Keep that in mind. And then questing. I am going to go big because I do want to clear that now. So tracker, put 1 there, both guides, put 2 there, and Eowyn. So 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3. Sacked, I expected that to come, so that's going on Eleanor. I'm feeling pretty confident now. And I'm glad and feels that must have been a shadow effect. So 6 against 6, 7, 8, 9, which is going to clear Banks of the Anduin. And put 2 progress tokens on the quest, which is going to clear that. Which then makes the Carrock my active location. And that is immune to player card effects and players can't travel there optionally. And while it's the active location, troll enemies get +1 attack and +1 defense. Let's have a look at 2A against the trolls. You approach the Carrock and find that the trolls have been watching you from the top of the Rocky River landmark. As you approach, the trolls close in and attack. When revealed, place the unique troll cards previously set aside into the staging area. Players cannot defeat this stage if there are any trolls in play. So all of these are going to come down, but we've just finished questing, so I don't need to worry about their dread right now. And they're not going to optionally engage anyone, but they're not going to automatically engage, but I am going to optionally engage Reaper. No, I'm not. I'm going to engage Louis. I thought that was the wrong one. And he is the one I mentioned earlier that basically increases your threat by 3 every time a troll attacks. Denethor to defend. And it's going to have 5 attack due to the Carrock's bonus. Again, the shadow effect wouldn't have done anything anyway. So 5 attack against 4 defense is 1 damage. Exhaust the daughter to heal. And then Legolas is going to do 5. Gimli's going to do 4, so that's 9. Grimbjorn is going to do 4, so that's 13. -3 defense, thanks to the Carrock, is going to kill Louis. And when he's defeated Louis, you may choose and discard 1 sacked card from play. And that's the end of another round. One, 2, 4, 5. Oh, and Gandalf's going to leave play. So I will play both my Valiant Sacrifice cards for 1 each. After an ally card leaves play, that card's controller draws 2 cards. That's going to mean I can draw 4 over here. And then draw my 1 for the turn. Well, I was hoping for another Gandalf or the Galadrin's Greeting again, but I'll get a Dunedain warning on Denethor just so it's not going to do any damage to him now, really. And I'll probably save the rest. Over this side, horseback archer. I think I'll play Gandalf, and instead of reducing my threat, I'm going to do 4 damage to an enemy. And I will do it to Stuart because he boosts the other troll's attack when he's engaged. And then, oh, and because Legolas took part in the attack that killed Louis, we got our progress location No, we didn't, because the Carrock's the active. Okay. So we want a quest fairly big, because we want to get rid of the Carrock, because that boosts up the other trolls, and there is 4, 6, 8, 10 up there. So Eowyn for 6, Aragon for 4, so that's 10. Both Lorien Guides for 12, Tracker for 13. Gandalf for 17, Minstrel for 19. So 19 against 10. You might put the Took and Hennemarth in there as well. So 21 against 10. Roasted slowly, which does nothing. And sacked, which can go on Eleanor, I guess. So 21 against 10, which is going to comfortably clear the Carrock. And put my progress mark on there. I'll travel to Gladden Fields and get rid of that. And then I am going to attack. Do I have a sacked in there? Yes, I do. So let's attack Morris, because he gives defense. Optionally engage him on this side. Denethor to defend. No shadow effect, so it's going to do 4 attack, which isn't going to hurt Denethor. And everyone else is just going to pile on and kill him. Legolas will then put 2 progress leg tokens on Gladden Fields, and I get to discard sacked. And Gandalf leaves play again. Iron Hills, that's handy. I think I'll play my horseback archer, just because one of these trolls is going to engage over there, so if I can use Legolas and the archer's ranged abilities, that's going to help. Can't do anything there. Well, to be fair, I think I've pretty much won at this point anyway. So we've got 5 up there. Let's do Lorien Guide, which is going to clear that. Tracker, which will add 1 there. Guide Eowyn, so 6, 7, 8, 9 against 5. That'll do, because I can add the Faramir's if needed. 9 against 6. Sacked. That can go on Eleanor. So again, I quested successfully, so that's fine. Engagement, I'm going to optionally engage Reaper. And then Stuart can engage here automatically, and the Muck Adder will engage over there. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I can't play that. Right, so defending against Stuart is going to be Gondorian Spearman. So that's going to kill him, but it's going to do 1 damage to Stuart. And then Denethor to defend against Reaper. And the shadow effect. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So it's just going to do 4 attack, which doesn't hurt him, but I do have to shuffle all copies of Sacked into the encounter deck. 1, 2. Probably should have taken one of those attacks on Gimli, actually, just to give him some damage. Okay, and then defending against the Mac Adder, it's going to be the Snowborn Scout. Attacking enemy is a troll, it's not, so that's fine. Scout is dead. So Stuart has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage on him, 5 left. He's got 3 defense, so that's 8 damage I need to put on him. Okay, so Legolas, Hammermarth, the Took, and the Miner of the Iron Hills will do 5, 6, 7, 8, which will kill Stuart. And I can discard a sacked card. Gimli will do 4, Grimbjorn will do another 4. Gondorian Spearman will do 1, so that's 9, and then 2 from the Horseback Archer, so 11. Minus 2, so it can do 9 damage on there. And then Aragorn and the 2 Faramir's will do 5 damage, which will kill the Adder. And I don't see any real value in bothering to do the resources, but let's go. No, let's go straight across to this. No. Okay, questing. Eowyn, Northern Tracker, which will clear that and put that back on top. So I'll just leave it with that 7, I think. 7 against 1, 7 against 2. And then engage the Adder here. Defending against Rupert. It's going to be Gondorian Spearman, and that's going to do 1 damage, which is then going to kill Rupert. And I have my progress token on the banks on the quest. So that is match over. I have succeeded. And again, really, really comfortably in the end. It was just that waiting game for the Gandalfs and the Galadrin's greetings. Similar to, as I said earlier, similar to a Hunt for Gollum. It's pretty much just a waiting game in the end. And once I'd got the threat management cards in, I was able to really blaze through it. Because those trolls are terrifying, but if you can face them one at a time, particularly with a setup like I had in play, it's no problem at all. And, you know, given how powerful this deck looks to me, I'm going to be persevering with this going forward. And next up is Journey to Rosgobel, which I'll look to play next week. And yeah, I'm really excited for that one. I hope it gives a bit of a different dynamic because, again, I've had 2 scenarios in a row which have ended up being waiting games, and I just hope it's a bit more dynamic and I can be a bit more aggressive maybe. But I do really like the tactical aspect of this one. It just does feel like once you've got the tactical knowledge and the deck set up, it just becomes a case of when and not if. But it's still really, really, really fun. And yeah, for my first experience of actually building decks in the Lord of the Rings card game, I'm really quite proud of how successful the decks I've come up with have been. And so I'm going to give myself a pat on the back after this. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'll leave it there. So I hope you join me again next week for Journey to Rosgobel. And look after yourselves, stay safe and have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye now.